Hi, this is Ashley Eckstein, voice of Ahsoka Tano, and thank you for listening to the Super Awesome Geek Show.
Hey, hey!
Hey,
Hello,
what's going
Bill.
on here, Super John? Happy birthday.
Thank you. Birthday weekend celebration.
All
So how you
right.
doing? How you doing, Mr. Blocked from YouTube?
Did you see that? Did you see that crowd? Did you see the video? Did you see the video I posted early this morning about it? I haven't had a wink of sleep all night.
Oh, yeah. You're like,
That was
it's on this other channel. You can watch the whole thing, but I get blocked when I show it. It's like, what the hell?
It's messed up. I did get the live stream back up after I clipped that little portion out.
Yeah, you got to clip it, yeah.
Shogun Assassin.
Yeah.
But like there's like 5 other YouTube channels that's got that whole trailer in it, and none of them are blocked.
I don't get it, yeah. I've been blocked in like one country before, but not like most of the world like you were. I just, if it's like one country, I just go, I don't care. Whatever. I'm not going
to. And what was funny about it was if it hadn't been for somebody in the chat, I never would have realized what had happened.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I mean,
like,
I had Studio open, but I wasn't looking at Studio. I was watching StreamYard, you know. And somebody in the chat goes, "Hey, are you blocked, Bill? What?" And I looked over at the studio, at YouTube studio, and heck yeah, I was blocked for 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
So during the stream, you got blocked? Like actually during the stream? Mm-hmm. Wow. So it wasn't even after it was done. Wow.
Yep. And then of course I went down to YouTube Studios. Hey, yeah, hey.
Happy birthday weekend.
Anyway,
you guys?
Yeah, I went down to the studio and immediately privated it. And when it finally finished processing, then I was able to unprivate it. And it had to go through the checks again. And it showed me which section that I needed to trim. So I trimmed it. And then it took about 2 hours to process it. And then
it takes forever, even just to cut a tiny little thing out. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
While it was processing, I cut that video that I put up this morning.
So, guys, thank you for showing up. Lobot, Miss Diddy, good to see you guys. Bill, thank you for popping on today. I appreciate it.
Well, you know, Zazel's live at this time, too. I popped over there real quick to say hey, but...
I didn't know Zazel
was going on. I
didn't know Zazel was on this early. I'll have to pop in one of these days. So this morning, look what we got to look at. So here, look at this. And the famous cousins of the Thundercats.
So which was your favorite, Thundercats or Silverhawks?
You know, as far as cartoons go, I actually really enjoyed both cartoons pretty much equally. I thought the Silverhawks was more futuristic. Like as a kid, I didn't realize they actually lived in the same universe because I didn't associate the Thundercats with outer space. I know that in the first episode, it's right there. They leave in a spaceship and fly away from their planet and end up crashing on Earth 2 or New Thundera, they call it, but I think it's like Earth 3 or something like that. I don't know, but they call it New Thundera, because like all colonists, they take over and make it their own instead of like going with the indigenous people. And So I never, but because they fought like ground battles against these like monsters that look like trolls and goblins and stuff, I always associated them with medieval times for some reason in my head. Where when the Silverhawks came out, I mean, that was like clearly outer space stuff. You know what I mean? They were flying around and they had their ships and everything, but really they were in the same universe, just on different planets.
I didn't realize that either. No, see now.
So were the Tiger Sharks. Tiger Sharks are also in the same universe.
Okay, now you're teaching me a lot of stuff. Now, of course, this stuff all came out when? Late 80s, early 90s?
Yeah, these were 80, 85, 86, 87, that range. Yeah.
Okay, I know
but,
what I was at that time. I wasn't watching.
There's if the cartoons had kept going, there were talks back then, even in the 80s, of doing a crossover where they were going to have an episode where the Tiger Sharks and the Silverhawks came to Thundera on the Thundercats show if it had gone another season, and then they were going to do Thundercats on the Silverhawks show, and then have them both appear on the Tiger Sharks, and they didn't end up doing that. The shows all got canceled. The toy lines ended. They didn't end up doing this grand crossover idea. Plus, I think a lot of the executives back then were like, are you crazy? Parents and kids are going to be like, what? They don't get this crossover crap. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, did.
It was weird. It was weird enough. They said it was weird enough when Cobra Commander appeared in an episode of Transformers. You know what I mean? Everybody was like, wait a minute, Transformers and G.I. Joe were in the same universe?
Well, yeah, we did Marvel Comics. We knew that.
Yeah. We knew it from the comics, but on the TV show, that was like unheard of, Wow. So, but in the 2000s, they brought back Thundercats, and they had this big plan that the new Thundercats show was going to eventually reintroduce the Silverhawks and the Tiger Sharks. And in that show, when the Thundercats are in the space station, if you look at and they're calling out to various races to get them to come help fight Mumra and everything, right. Like there's on the TV screen, you can see one of the Tiger Sharks on one screen, and on another screen is Quicksilver from the Silverhawks, like talking to somebody. So you could see them. That's where the crossover really begins, because you can see them on the screens. But then again, that show got canceled because apparently, I don't know why people didn't like it. I love it. I own the DVDs. I think that's
that more modern kind of
yeah.
I seem to remember that a lot of people just didn't get into that. Especially a lot of old school Thundercats fans didn't like the animation style at all.
Yeah, and I don't it's a little bit more anime, yeah, but I don't get that, because it's the same with the He-Man one from 2000X. Like I love that 2000.
Yeah, I like 2000X He-Man. And go,
yeah, a lot of people hate it, and I think it's because they at that time. It might have been too close to the originals. I don't know, like the year 2000, that range, like might have been too close to the 80s still. It was only, arguably 10, 15 years later, and people weren't ready to accept it. But if you go back and watch both that Thundercats and that He-Man stuff from the 2000 era, they're incredible shows and highly detailed, really well thought out storylines. And I think it's a shame that they just never continued with both of them, because that's the stuff that today, like if those had come out today, I don't think you'd see as much negative reviews about them. I think people would have been like, holy crap, they're actually taking this serious. Like, because that Thundercats one really is taken serious. It's taking like adult themes and adult storytelling and taking it to the next level in a cartoon format. So I mean, I thought it was fantastic,
Well, out of curiosity, Super John, I was just wondering, which one of the cartoon series, I'm assuming Thundercats, was the one that was the most popular, that had the most legs?
Oh yeah, it was Thundercats, definitely. Yeah. And I think it's because of the intro. I mean, like the Thundercats. I can't play the whole intro, but I did something clever here because I hope it's clever enough. But because you will get a strike, or not a strike, but like whatever, maybe even blocked if you play the whole intro, because Warner
really?
Brothers, Warner Brothers actually puts their stamp on. You'll notice with the Silverhawks. And they have all this stuff right on their own YouTube channel, so Warner Brothers is going to come after you if you post these things because they have them on their own YouTube channel. But I cut up the Thundercats one into like 5-second chunks so that it would be fair use and able to play. So as we talk about certain characters, they'll come out. But I mean, the music and the theme song for Thundercats is it's one of the best theme songs and title sequences for a cartoon I think that has ever been done. I mean, I might even go so far as to say like it is the absolute best introduction to a cartoon show that has ever been done. I mean, the energy, the music, the pumping, like just the way it goes. And that's kind of why if you notice with my thing starts out when it goes super awesome with like a real, like a whisper. That's because of Thundercats. That beginning just made me want to go like, so I was like, that's what inspired.
Did you get to do the voiceover for that, or did you use that?
That super awesome is my friend, the guy who did the music for my intro, Eric Locke.
Okay.
Eric has a studio in his house, and at the time when he did that, his daughter was like 3 or 4 years old and just learning to talk. So he was like, whisper super awesome into the mic. So she did, and that's where that came from.
That's amazing.
So it's his little daughter, but now she's driving and like looking at colleges. So it's like she doesn't know no idea that she became famous yet.
It's high time we got to the bottom of these shenanigans.
So the first, like, okay, so I don't have all the action figures to these. I've actually only got 2 Shadowhawks figures because they're quite expensive, and I've got a lot of the villains for the Thunder. I think I got all the original villains for the Thundercats, but none of the heroes. I got Lion-O and the Hook Mountain Snowman, but I don't have any of their heroes. I got to get my heroes. What do you got?
I got something to plug real quick, John, if you don't mind. There is a band from Latin America called Generation GNX, and they do cover songs for all of our favorite cartoons that were very, very popular down there in that area. And some of them are in English, but most of them are in Spanish or the original languages. And they do the Thundercats theme song, and they have cosplayers come out as the Thundercats and Mumra, and they fight on the stage while they're singing the song. It's on YouTube. GNX. It's a band, and they've actually played at San Diego Comic-Con, if I'm not mistaken. And
that's awesome.
See them, they're awesome, and they got a couple of their full concerts are right there on YouTube to watch.
Wow, that's cool. All right, so let's switch to the camera here, and we'll look at some of these figures.
All right.
Bring them
and the size of these figures, is it a 5.5 inch, 6 inch?
It's very, like, Lion-O is probably 8 inches,
Really, he's a tall boy, so he's a little taller than He-Man then.
Yeah, like if I, get a Black Series Clone Trooper, wow, he's taller than a Black Series.
Good morning there, Mr. B. I see you down there saying hello to me.
Hey, Mr. B. So, yeah, they're taller, so he's a good inch at least taller than a Black Series.
Wow. Okay. So the Black Series are 6 inch. So yeah.
Yeah, they some people might consider these 8
Now,
inch. But I mean, size.
do you have any
let's see.
McFarlane? Do you have any McFarlane figures from DC Universe?
Yeah, I've got a well. The only
Maybe
one near me is Man
maybe.
Bat, and Man Bat's a little out of proportion.
Yeah. I was going to see how he scales up against like Superman or Batman or some of those figures that he's because the McFarlane figures are a little taller, about 7 inch, I believe.
Yeah. No, the only one I have is sitting right here is Man Bat, and Man Bat's a giant thing. So
yeah.
But so
12 inches. All right.
Lack's here. Happy birthday. Look at that. Good. Thanks, Lack.
Everybody's been wishing you a happy birthday this morning, John.
Yeah, Mr. B.
How old are you?
Vader's girl, good morning. Good morning. Rolando, good morning. How you doing, Rolando? Everything doing all right for you?
Hey, it's Nightbot.
Was Gerard here? Yeah, Gerard's here. Hello, Gerard. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. How old are you now? How old are you now?
Oh man,
I'm turning 50. I'm 50 tomorrow. Tomorrow I turn 50. 1:30 in the afternoon on January 30th. So 1:30 on 1:30, I was born. So I will turn 50 years old at 1:30 in the afternoon tomorrow.
Okay.
My dad likes that thing. He's a numbers guy. So he was like, I thought it was neat that you were born at 1:30 on 1:30, you know. Ed 5. Good to see Ed 5. Always good to see Ed 5. Late at night out there, aren't you, Ed 5? It's late night there, isn't it? So let's take a look here. We've got
Thundercats!
That's an
Lion-O.
awesome. That same song is just so awesome.
Yeah. So Lion-O is here. Lion-O has like a flick sword action on his back, and he's got this great version of the sword where you can look through it. Give me sight beyond sight, and you can look through it, and it would show like his friends in peril, and he'd be like, "Oh my gosh, my friends are in peril! I have to go save them." And he could swing his sword at Mumra and attack. So there are two different versions of Lion-O here. So there are some that you got to make sure that you got everything matching. So if your Lion-O has red hair like mine does, then you got to look for red accessories. That you should have a red Thundercat glove, and this glove pops on. It's just a little piece of plastic that pops on and off of his arm. And you should have a red hilt for the sword. If you have a Lion-O that'll have light orange hair, it's really light orange. It's a lot different than this. Then you want to look for the bright orange glove and the orange handled sword. So there are two completely different versions with different accessories and everything. It's not just a hair paint application variation. All the accessories are variation as well.
Wow.
So, and I don't know if that's two different countries that did that, or if it's just like they decided to change it at some point in the line, because technically this was never red in the cartoon. This was more of a golden colored. So, and the light orange actually matches it a little bit better. So and I don't think he really had super bright red hair, right? What did we just see with Lion-O? Was that it wasn't super red, was it?
Thundercats!
I guess
more,
it is super red, but
more
yeah.
maroon or burgundy, but yeah,
Yeah.
dark.
So I got a light freaking going nuts.
So if they're in the same universe, do they scale up with that Silverhawk back there in the back?
No, not really.
Hmm.
I mean, compared to Quicksilver,
Right.
Lion-O's a giant.
Now,
You know?
the Thundercats weren't giants in the series like that. They were normal sized beings, right?
Yeah. They all would have been the same normal size.
I see
And
Dino here in the house. Hey, Dino.
Dino, if you want to join us, Dino. Actually, anyone in the chat, it's open. The link's pinned at the top. I just have to notice you in the green room. So the other accessory that comes with Lion-O is like you probably can't see it, but his eyes are actually pieces of glass.
Ooh.
Or clear plastic, I should say, right?
Right.
And now I had this working at one point, but it was dead when I got it. I fixed it, got it working, and then now it has died again. So I'm going to have to fix it again. But you put a single AA battery in here, and it has this little metal contact that pushes in on a spring.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually can push it into this little metal hole. It's a metal hole on his back. And when you jam it in there, you're supposed to wear it like a ring, a little kid. And you're supposed to go, "Beep," and his eyes will glow like he's getting sight beyond sight. So this light bulb, I think once you do it, this light bulb appears inside. So one of two things has gone wrong. Either this has broken again and the contacts aren't working, or the light bulb that's inside his chest has finally given way and the light can't. The only way the light can get out is to go through his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But that bulb very well could have blown. And as you can see, there's no screws. There's no way to get into his chest and refix and redo the light bulb. So
it's probably welded too. There.
Yeah. So you would actually have to break your figure in half and then re-glue it and put it all back together in order to fix that problem. And you'd probably end up screwing up the arm mechanism and everything else. So it's like this had to be a complicated figure to manufacture because of that. You've got this flick action feature here at the same time as having this light bulb feature that's got to have wires and lights and stuff going around all these features. You know what I mean? So he had to be a complex thing to put together. This was a crazy. I don't know why they even thought to do all that, but so you should also have this accessory. If it works or not, you should have it because that came with him. And
I'm wondering, that was the days before LEDs, so it probably isn't an LED if it's
it's probably a regular light bulb, just in there somewhere,
bad after a while.
And I can't imagine. I mean, like I said, I got it to work at one point by futzing with this piece, but now it doesn't work, and I'm kind of feeling like I can't imagine this broke again after I had it fixed, and so it's got to be because it doesn't look that bad in here. Like they was really corroded when I got it, but now it's like
there was a way to test that.
Yeah. I mean, like, and all the contacts are there still. The way I had it when it worked. So I'm like, I don't think this could have gone bad again just from sitting on the shelf. So I'm thinking it had to be, and maybe it was the light bulb the whole time, and I just made the connection a little bit better and more powerful, just so it would give it one last breath of light, and then it died. Like I don't know.
Dino says he only got 3.5 hours of sleep last night. Well, that's 3.5 more than I got, Dino.
Jeez, Dino, what are you doing?
I cutting videos. I can get it. I understand that.
So another good guy. The only other good guy I have is the Hook Man of Snow Mountain, or Snowman of Hook Mountain. Snowman of Hook Mountain. And this guy's cool. He comes with a shield and a big spike thing. But these were supposed to be made of ice. The ice, it's supposed to be an ice shield and an ice spear. Okay. But in the toy, they made them silver. and they had this cool helmet that Hook came on him and came off. But when Hookman showed up, or Snowman Hook Mountain showed up in the cartoon, this guy quickly became one of my favorite characters. And he had a giant snow cat named Snow Meow. And he would be like, Snow Meow, come to my aid. And Snow Meow would run up and roar, and you could jump on him and he'd ride him like a freaking battle cat kind of thing, you know, and it was just awesome. And Hookman also has spear action, so he can, same thing, a lever in his back.
Lax Subrak's giving you some information there on how to test the contacts on that little item for Lion-O. And
cool.
I'm looking at these figures. You know, I'm not very familiar with this line of toys, but they just look awesome.
Set your meter to continuity still. If you switch, if you don't, then yeah, it's definitely the light. I gotcha. Yeah. Hope you're not hurting too bad today, Kat. Yeah. Kat's got to be up for. She's got to be up for some Jeopardy questions later today. Kat is going up on Jeopardy against White Shadow and Sir Eric Brown later today. So some light sanding of the battery. Yeah, that's kind of what I did the first time. I took all those contacts out and gave them a clean and then put them back in. So
a lot of times when a battery is corroded in there, you think that the toy is just ruined, but a nail file usually gets most of that off of there, and you can get it back making contact. Yeah.
So one of the Thundercats that I don't have is Tigra here. Tigra was an awesome character, and I wish I had him. And he had like a bolo whip. It was like a whip that extended as he used it, and it had 3 bolo like thing on the end. And I don't know how I don't really know how they did that as a toy, but I think he just has a whip as a toy, right?
Right. And so now they redid the Silverhawks, or they said they were going to redo the Silverhawks. Let's cross our fingers that since the turtles have gotten popular and they're redoing those like the ones from back in the day, sort of, and we've got the origins with Masters of the Universe. Maybe they'll do some Thundercats in the future.
Well, I know that Super 7 is doing some Thundercats, and they're doing some large size ones in their premium line.
Right.
But I don't know if they're doing Silverhawks yet. Like, it's a weird situation because, like, Playmates actually still exists as a company. It might be a sub company of someone else right now, but it still is technically around. Just like technically we still see Kenner logos. Kenner is still around under Hasbro, and then we have Mattel putting out toys. So anything that was a franchise toy thing of Mattel, Playmates, Kenner, Hasbro, you know, we could see a resurgence of, because we know those licenses are owned by some of these parent companies that are still around. But Thundercats and Silverhawks were LJN, and that's completely gone. And I couldn't find who currently owns those licenses. The only thing I could find is that Super 7 got the license from someone to do the Thundercats figures, and they've been doing them as the premium size, the big 7-inch that are highly articulated and cost like $80 each or something. You know, like they're insane, right? You know,
I'm kind of hoping that they'll do them like these figures here, but with articulation, like the Motu figures. That would be nice.
See, I just wonder if this particular mold, this version of the figure could still be owned by LJN. You know what I mean? Or maybe because Warner Brothers is doing the cartoons, does Warner Brothers own the LJN properties now? Like
Well,
Or
that can get convoluted because, well, I'm not quoting anybody here, but it's been told to me by 3 different sources that Universal owns the rights to Masters of the Universe.
oh yeah, starting this month, January 2023, Mattel no longer owns Masters of the Universe. That is correct. Yeah. They decided to sell it like 4 or 5 years ago
Now,
before they put out
2 or 3 different companies. I think Creative Rights had it at one time. DreamWorks ended up buying that, and then Universal buys DreamWorks. There's something like
cuz Mattel decided to sell it before they did the Origins line because they didn't think the property had any more legs.
Well, that
So
was the failure of the 2000X toy line.
yeah.
The cartoon show was great. They never could put it on TV at the same time, and people didn't get a chance to watch it. But the toy line failed. The toy line failed miserably.
And then they put out this Origins line, and Mattel is kicking themselves, going, "Oh crap! If Origins is super successful, and now they're going to have to." I don't know how they worked it out, but technically to continue making Origins figures in 2023 and 2024 and beyond, they have to actually buy a license for He-Man Masters of the Universe from whoever now owns it.
Mm-hmm.
And Mattel lost control right now in January 2023. That's where their control is gone. Yeah, I found that out a few years ago from the Mattel reps that I see when I go out to do my Lego job. I bump into, there's a girl that does the southern area and a guy that I bump into that does some of the northern area of my market. And
wait a minute, Monkey Jeebus, you might need to listen to what the man is saying here. Now we know what the Juru said over there, but there's something to this, and John's telling you that he's heard this from the reps themselves. So let's hear him out.
Yeah, according to the reps, when I see he's saying they never sold Motu. It's just a total lie. But when the Mattel rep that comes in and does the toys just like I do for Lego, he told me 2 or 3 years ago this exact story. He said in 2023, Mattel will no longer own the rights to produce the toys, and they're going to have to buy a license from whoever. I don't remember offhand who he said got the license for the toys. But they sold Mattel
that gives them first right of refusal.
Yeah, Mattel apparently sold the entire franchise, not just the rights to make a TV show or movie. They sold everything to some other company. But it was like a clause when they sold it to where they could keep producing the toys and doing stuff until January of 2023. And I heard that directly from someone who works for Mattel and puts these toys on the shelves and does displays and so that this guy absolutely 100% works for Mattel, and he says that they do not own the franchise rights anymore. Absolutely. So I don't know why 2 different Mattel employees are saying a completely different thing, but that's all I was told, and I've been hearing it from a bunch of other people as well. So there's got to be there's probably some middle ground that we're all missing then, if you know what I mean. So
there's a lot to this story we're not being told. Like I said before, there's probably some kind of wording in that contract that gives Mattel first right of refusal. So that leads it so that Universal can't say, okay, you don't have the toy license anymore. We're going to give it to, say, Hasbro or somebody.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That.
Yeah.
Now, we're not just quoting Scott Guru or whatever his name is.
He says the guys putting out toys wouldn't know they got it from Scott. Was Scott talking about this like 3 or 4 years ago? That's what I'm trying to say.
About this recently. I don't know if you knew this or not, but he put out a video that caused a whole big ruckus here about a week ago.
People who work for Mattel were telling me this 4 years ago. You know what I mean? So it's not something that just happened in like the last year. This has been like in the works for 4 or 5 years.
All
And,
right, Lex Sivrak owns the rights. All right, we're all saved.
yeah.
Yeah, Scott put a video out a couple of weeks ago where he said that the line is ending. He
No, it's not going to end. No, there's absolutely no way it's going to end. No, not at all. Not at all. It's just that now Mattel's going to have to pay, instead of owning it fully, they're going to have to pay someone a royalty check. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like it's not ending.
This Mattel Creation stuff and getting that moving it towards online only. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, there's no way it's ending. You know what I mean? Because
Mattel's going to still produce He-Man figures, people.
And I don't know. I mean, like I obviously have no idea what Mattel reps know or don't know because I don't work for Mattel. I don't know what reps know or don't know because I don't work for Hasbro. But I will tell you that when I see the guy who works for Mattel and the guy who works for Hasbro, both of them I have sat down on a number of occasions and had hour-long chats over a drink and seeing prototypes. They'll show me prototypes on their iPad of what's coming out like 2 or 3 years down the road. You know what I mean? They get all kinds of especially Hasbro. That guy gets all kinds of information. Like I knew about like that's how I saw the mask prototypes because the Hasbro guy had them on his iPad, and I knew about Marvel Masters of the Universe Origins because the Mattel guy showed me photos on his iPad about Masters of the Universe Origins. He showed me the Castle Grayskull and a bunch of things years before I saw anyone on YouTube talking about it. You know,
I got
what I mean?
a question there, Super John. Does he swear you to secrecy when he shows you that stuff?
Oh, absolutely. That's why I didn't talk about it. Like show pictures or do anything about it because, you know what I mean? Like I think I told Shabby and a few others that were Masters fans that a new line called Origins is coming and it looks like the originals. But I didn't really go into much more than that, just like I do with the mask thing where I saw prototypes of the mask things in 3.75-inch scale. They were unpainted prototypes. But, you know, so I know that Hasbro worked on a number of mask figures in the 3.75-inch scale, and I saw 2 or 3 vehicles that were all gray. They were all gray color. They were just like they weren't painted, and now they never came out, and that was like 3 or 4 years ago. So we never even got an announcement. So I think the rising cost killed the mask line. That's my hypothesis, is that the rising costs. They decided not to even do it, and so it's
John, you piqued my curiosity. Now I don't know how much you're at liberty to tell me, but when you saw that Castle Grayskull prototype, was the spacesuit in there or was it not?
Oh, the only thing I saw was the front of the castle. Okay, it's not like he had 10 pictures of it. No, he just had a picture of the front with a bunch of figures in front of it, like fighting. You know what I mean? It's not like it was almost like a publicity shot, not really prototypes. Okay. You know what I mean? But yeah, like that's what I was trying to get at. But because I work for Lego, and my job at Lego is to go in and talk to the store manager and the toy manager, the manager of the toy department, and I'm supposed to show them this is coming out in February. So like right now, I'm going in and I'm showing them photos off of my iPad. This is coming in February. You're going to get these cardboard stands, these dumps we call them, and you're going to put it here in the store. And if the manager goes, I don't have room for that, then I go, where do you have room? And I'm supposed to secure room for it and placement. And so if say Lego decides to stop the Star Wars license, I will know that to tell the managers Star Wars is gone. You know what I mean? So working for Lego, see, now I don't know what Mattel tells people. I don't know what Hasbro tells their employees. But working for Lego, if we pick up a new license, if we start, say, like we start selling Thundercats Lego or Transformer, like when we did with Transformers, we got Optimus Prime, I will be told, like, we have a license for Transformers now. We're going to be doing them. Secure space in the stores, because you're going to go to the store and get the managers to give us space to put Optimus Prime up. So I will know that we have a license for a product. And if that license goes away, I will instantly know that license is gone. So based on my job, I would think that the Mattel reps know if they have the license for He-Man or not. They're going to know what licenses that Mattel is working on. Do you know what I mean? That's why I trust the guy who told me this story. Mm-hmm. Because based on my job, I know which licenses come and go through Lego. So why wouldn't the Mattel rep know the same thing? Do you know what I'm saying? But again, I don't know what they could go in blind. Maybe Mattel doesn't tell them what licenses they own. I don't know,
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out this year as the year rolls on, because you're going to see a difference,
We got off track. I'm sorry. That's my fault. I want to see Mumra.
It's okay. It's okay. There's Bill's channel if you want to check it out.
Thank you, Rolando. I appreciate that, my friend.
It's probably people misunderstanding licensing. It could be,
Well, we're no lawyers.
Yeah, we don't, like I said, we don't work for those companies, so we have no idea, And
neither does Nylig, so we
exactly. Yeah. So the next character that was cool is, I think this is one of the coolest characters, and I wish that I had him. Panthro. Panthro is awesome. He had nunchucks. He was a great character in the line. We can go to a website in a little bit and look at the other characters, but yeah, he came with a red and blue nunchucks, and when I look around, it's actually like I have no excuse for not owning Panthro, because it seems like
Mr. Ed 5.
It seems like every time I type in Thundercats, I see Panthro for sale. Oh yeah, look at this. Ed 5 did a happy birthday. Thank you, Ed 5, for the happy birthday wish. A $5. Happy birthday, John. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. TJ just subbed. Yeah. Did you see Ed's? Yeah, thank you, GeForce. Lack. That's funny. Well, like just real quick. I mean, the rep, like he's saying, the rep can be told one thing. People working at, so who knows? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like you don't. He doesn't mean someone. It doesn't mean the rep is lying. It's just he's misinformed or something. You know what I mean? You don't know what anyone's, like we said, if we don't work for the company, we don't know what the company's telling their employees. You know what I mean? Chitara was one of the coolest ones. I remember my mom looking at the cartoon and going, "She's naked. Why are you watching a naked cat girl run around the TV?"
She's not naked. She's got clothes on.
It's. I mean, is that an orange jumpsuit, or is that just the color patterns of her body?
That's a basic suit.
Yeah, it's got straps on the back. It does. It has straps. But yeah, the Chitara figure, I don't know. It seems like it to me. I don't see it that often. I see Tigra, I see Panthro. I don't see Chitara, and I don't see the kits, the Wily Kit and Wily Cat, that often. And I do wish that we saw them a little bit more frequently in the toys world. Like I don't see them in bins, like those random bins that you find. And that's kind of why I don't own them, because it's I feel like it's harder to find all the good guys than it is to find the bad guys. And a number of these bad guys I got all at the same time. I picked up, I think it was these four. So it was Monkey-In, Jackal Man, the Mum-Ra as a slug, as a mummy, and Vulture Man. I think I picked up all four of these from the same lady, if I remember correctly, and got them all at a really good deal. But and then there's Slithe here, the other bad guy, and they all worked for Mum-Ra.
Mum-Ra looks so awesome.
Yeah, and they all had gimmicks, they all had gimmicks here too. So we'll take a look at them. Slithe was kind of like the one in charge of the bad guys, like a second in command of Mum-Ra. It always seemed like in the cartoons anyway. And they hid his action feature in a scale, so this was pretty cool. He's got all these scaly ridges on his back, and one of the scales is a lever. And then I think, both of his hands move. So he's like, I'm running along. I'm going to catch up to you guys. Just give me a minute. I'll be there. And so he can run. But I remember we had him as a kid. This was one of the ones, I feel like my brother had this guy. Oh, crap.
Bless you.
Sorry, that snuck up on me. So, yeah, I feel like my brother had this guy, and I remember him always just sitting around. We were like, Slithe, all right, yeah. Because he's got this weird-looking face.
I like those eyes.
Yeah.
Very gremlin-like. Lack Sivrak says that Lack used to hang out with the Thundercats, but cats, dogs, all that. Sounds like the end of the world, don't it?
Yeah. Cats and dogs living together. And then we had, Jackal Man. Jackal Man was a regular jackal, and he had both arms that could go. Yeah.
I like that club. That's gnarly.
Yeah, it is a gnarly club.
I like these action features. They're pretty sharp. These figures look pretty substantial as well. They could stand up to some boinky boink play. Yeah,
they're not bad. This guy can get some paint rub. He quite often. And then he's got this accessory that'll fall off if you're not careful. You know what I mean? So if you're looking for one, remember this strap isn't painted on. It's just it's a rubber thing. So most of the time he won't even have that. Like I see him quite often with just the club and the figure, and this doesn't exist. And if you saw that in the wild, you might not even think he had it, because he's the only one who has an accessory, like this clothing or whatever you want to call it, because no one else has any of that stuff. Monkey in here has a helmet, pretty cool, and again if he had it in the right hand, he could flail that flail around, but I got it in his other hand. Flail's pretty cool. It's on a plastic chain, spiky ball end. I like that. I think it's pretty cool looking. Flail that flail around, but I got it in his other hand. Flail's pretty cool. It's on a plastic chain. Geek Strong, turn your audio off.
No, I know. I had to shut up my
Turn your
YouTube
radio
stuff.
down, sir.
We should be good now, right?
It's better. Turn your radio down, sir. Remember Art Bell.
Yeah,
Well, what
yeah.
happens when John has a link through YouTube like this? When you click on, your YouTube's open, but then it brings you another window for StreamYard. So you got to hurry up and try to close it down. And
And then there's the Vulture Man. He's got a cool looking face.
he looks like from the Jim Henson movie, The Dark Crystal.
Oh
It
yeah,
kind of
he's,
reminds me of the Hook horror from the LJN Dungeons and Dragons figures in the face and the way his skin is all bumped up.
yeah, he's like a Skeksis or a Hookor, yeah. So they all had they seem to all have a lever in the back that makes them go crazy.
Plucked
Oh.
vulture.
John, I have a few that you don't have.
Oh, okay, cool. We'll show them in a second.
Yeah.
So then
take that.
Mumra here. Mumra is the mummy. And this is basically a statue. This is not an action figure. His arms move. He has no action feature. And you can sort of turn his head, but it's not really something. Mine doesn't turn. It's so brand new it's never
That's
turned.
pretty sad.
But yeah, so did you I don't know, we'll have to look, but did you get this figure with Mumra? Did they come as a 2-pack? I don't remember.
No.
Because I can't believe this was
I
sold
think
on
he
its
was
own.
a mail away, and
Is that what it
also
was?
I think he came with the Tomb of Mumra, the playset.
Oh.
Remember?
There we go. Now that's
So
what
then
I'm talking about.
Mumra himself has this really cool helmet head ornament thing.
Do you know
That
whose
goes
head
on.
they actually sculpted that from?
No.
It's looks like Mike Tyson, doesn't it? He's gonna
And then-
bite your ear off. That's why he has those sharp teeth.
He's got the lever feature in the back. Really cool looking figure, and he's Mike Tyson.
Wasn't he?
I'm gonna bite your ear off.
I mean, look at the snakes on there. That's so cool.
He looks so just mean.
Yeah, yeah.
John, I think I have a different
Lion-O?
Lion-O.
Yeah, let's take a look at Dino's collection here. Let's go. So we'll
Come
move.
with me, and you'll see the world of true imagination. Maybe not too early for this. I get
You're doing
3.5
good. Keep on
hours
going,
sleep
Dino.
tonight. What's that?
I said you were doing good. Keep on going, Dino.
Yeah. Man, my lighting's horrible. Could have bought me time to hit my light while I stood up. I don't want to show everybody my sleepwear.
Oh,
It's the snowman. Yeah.
at least you've got something on down there, Dino.
See, mine has pizza and hamburgers on it.
How's my audio sound, everyone? I've been having a hard time with my audio.
You know what I think? I actually listened to the beginning of that Last Jeopardy again, just because you were saying something about it, and I think you were too close to the mic last time for how loud you were yelling.
Yes.
See, my mic is way over here. It's see it? It's up there. So
when I watch like live streams and people have their mic like this.
Yeah, and that's
screaming.
I think you need to have it a little bit further away because I think what you're doing is you're oversaturating the mic when you yell.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Maybe you could adjust the mic volume.
Yeah, you can, but man, it's tough because you don't know until after the live stream. Because we're talking, everybody can hear me normal, but when you play it back, it doesn't sound right. But anyways, let's show some cool Thundercats because that's why we're here, right?
Absolutely, I want to see the variation figure.
Oh, okay. So we'll go right to Lion.
So he says, "Are they affordable?"
You said that the orange hair?
Yeah, there's orange
There
hair.
he is.
Yeah.
Now, is that accessory the accessory that goes with him, Super John?
See, I do think there's an orange glove, and I would say then he's got the wrong accessory. But like I said, we can. I think we can go to a website and check that out for sure. But
See, my action works a little different. See, mine goes from up to down, up to down. Yours goes down to up.
did it really?
So they actually redid the inner workings of the
I said
figure.
up to down and down to up. It's the same thing, John.
No, mine goes. See, if I click the thing, it goes up. See?
I know. I'm just teasing you, man. I said down to up and up to down. Same thing.
Well, I fell for it.
I
You
did.
did.
I fell for it too.
Oh,
You
yeah,
did
there's-
get me, you know.
That's the orange hair.
I will say that I have lack of sleep, so I've got an excuse.
So, do we call this the ginger?
Oh yeah. See, look at this. See, like
Do you know where the word ginger came from?
Can I share this? Like, how do I share just this image here? Where's this going from?
Well, actually, it's a terrible joke.
If you're using Google Chrome, you can share Chrome tabs.
What's that? What's that hole in the back?
That's for the light thing.
The little power pack for the light he was talking about
Oh.
earlier.
I get it.
Mm,
So, do you know where the word ginger came from? Like when people refer to red hair, orange hair.
like I don't know. Was the food that color?
Ginger root.
Ginger from Gilligan's Island. That's
Oh,
where
here
that
we
came
go.
No,
What's
it
that?
didn't. Did it really?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's exactly where it came from. Look it up.
That
Google
can't
does
be.
not lie. I get all my information.
Oh
from
yeah,
YouTube.
sure it don't.
But honestly, that's what.
What's the old meme? Abraham Lincoln says, "Don't believe everything that you see on the internet."
Abraham
So I
Lincoln
have,
said that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, yeah.
According to
I have the
Google.
2 kids.
Oh, you have Wile E. Kit and Wile E. Cat.
Now, were they actually
PT.
action figures or were they just stationary?
They're just statues. They're just little
Right.
statues. Yeah,
So then I do have them. So
yeah.
here is,
That's him. Yep, that's them.
Lobot says there were a couple of Lion-O versions, one with Snarf and one without, and I think they were slightly different colors.
Yeah.
I don't own a
I've-
Snarf.
I know Snarf is very difficult. Like I've seen Snarf on his own sell for $100. He's very difficult.
You don't have a Snarf either?
No.
Well,
Too
what makes him so rare? Was he only included with one figure, or was he easily lost? What?
No, you can get Snarf on his own, and he's in a slightly different pose than the Snarf that came with Lion-O.
Okay.
So can we see this now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So if is this blowing
Yes,
it up?
yeah, that's working. That's working.
Oh, yeah.
So
I see
see-
the
Yes,
orange.
yes.
Orange hair with an orange
So
glove
his
and
glove
and
matches
and an orange sword. See the hilt? So you got a red sword and a red glove on an orange figure. So
I'm throwing mine away, man.
yeah,
That's
you got to throw it
garbage.
away. That's all there's to it. Yeah, yeah.
Time to go to the old evil bay and find an accessory.
But I definitely did pick up Lionel separate, and I found the glove and sword at another time. So they were not packed together.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
So-
Dino, do you have a vintage toy store near you that's got like the little bins that you open up and it's full of accessories and you can rummage around in there?
No. It's they did at one time, but I think as time went on, I think they realized that sometimes the accessories are worth, so they match them up with everything. And I don't know. I don't actually know the real reason, but I also have Chitara and who's the other dude? Tiger.
No, it's not lighting or fading. There really are orange
Yeah, no.
versions. Believe
This
me.
is definitely not
Yeah.
faded. This is definitely
Yeah.
So look, you can tell
Yeah.
that it's definitely the
Yeah,
color.
the hair is not faded. It's not. No, there was two. There was two even back when we were kids. Yeah. There's
This is the version from Gilligan's Island version. They sold this with Gilligan and the Skipper.
Is the well, I know lighting is an issue here, but is the blue on his costume a different color blue than the blue on your Super John?
No, I think the blues are the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's cool about it is you can actually see the different color.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see it in the glove for sure. There, the glove is a lot deeper red color than the hair, which is kind of an orange.
So I think Chitara is probably the worst figure out of the bunch because at least mine, her legs are lopsided. One's legs like you have to stand here like this in order for her to.
Kind of reminds me of the way T-Law was posed.
And I have her staff that's all bent. John, you see that?
Oh yeah, her staff. Yeah.
But she does look good. Her face.
Yeah, I don't see Chitara. I don't see Chitara that often, but yeah.
And then I got this dude with the whip.
That's the one that you said you wanted there, Super John.
Tigra and Panthro are pretty. They're easier to come by than Chitara and the kids. So yeah, he does have a double whip. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he has a double whip, and this one's not in the greatest shape, but I have one, and you.
Yeah, it looks like his face went through a lawnmower or something.
You just set him back behind everyone, and it looks fine.
Yeah.
G-Force 20 Racing 20 says maybe Lionel used some sun on a vacation and it lightened up his hair. Got in the sun, maybe suntan lotion on his hair.
This is like my favorite one right here.
Yeah, that's the cool guy that was driving that tank looking thing.
Yeah, this is Panther.
Yeah, Panthro is a really cool one. I like him.
So this is the Mattel version. This isn't the Super 7 that they sell now.
Okay.
Oh, okay. When did that one come out? So when did Mattel put out some?
Really?
Yeah, really. I didn't know that. So
I don't know the year on it. Let me see.
Well, what good are you then?
Oh, sorry, man. I bought this at my local place that I go to all the time. They had this, and I did a trade. And they actually did have the Super 7 version out at the time. But do you own a Panther?
No, no.
You don't have the original?
No.
Oh, I have them. I'll pull them up. So I'll be right back. I'll shut off my camera so you guys don't check out my butt.
Thank you.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
See, can you see this now? You can see this, right? See, there's a packaged one with orange accessories, and this one comes with Snarf, and then. Oh, so what? This is clearly orange, and then this one is clearly red. See, and this one is orange. See, orange, and this is clearly red.
So
and there they are side by side. There's red, orange. So side by side.
The orange version came with Snarf only, or
no? Like this. Look at this one right here. Doesn't have Snarf, and it's orange.
It's too small. I can't see it. That's what she said.
It doesn't blow up. Yeah. Yeah. See, those are clearly super dark red.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder if one's like Canada and one's
That's what I mean. I don't know what I mean, they look the packaging looks exactly the same. This is orange. Eyes light up, Lion-O, Battle-Matic Action, LJN. And then when you go to the red one, LJN. Oh, it's got a free Mum-Ra. Yeah, Mum-Ra was a mail away. Look at that. You're right. So the red came out later then. Is that what happened? It went orange, then red? Because the mail away would have been later on, right?
Would the year stamp be different?
Probably not, but let's see if we can find a history on these things.
Are these 96?
No, they're like 85, 86, of that range.
Oh, maybe 1986. Sorry, maybe I'm mistaken the 8 foot. I don't even know why I said 96.
There's
But
a Thunder.
I have the Ponda Baba. Do you have Ponda Baba from the Thundercats?
What the hell? Ponda Baba?
Yeah, Ponda
Walrus
Baba was
now.
from the Thundercats.
He was.
Oh,
He was
no,
installed.
yeah, I know what you're talking. The walrus guy. No, I don't have him yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, he does kind of look like Ponda Baba, doesn't he?
I do see him around, but
His teeth are a little too long to be Ponda Baba, though.
yeah, it looks the battery ring. The battery ring always seems to be red. Yeah, exactly. That always seems to be red. Yeah.
What is it
So-
with this feature, man? Could they come up with something else besides this?
No, that was all they did. Yeah, yeah. My ring was red. Come on, people, grow up.
And
Yeah, the
here's,
rings were always red, no matter what color figure you got.
what
So
did
according
chain
to
look like?
Thundercats wiki, in France, the Thundercats were known as the Cosmo Cats, and that name was on all the cards and boxes. They changed it from Thundercats to Cosmo Cats. Series 1 was in 85, Series 2 86, and then Series 3 was 87, and then there was a bunch of unproduced toys. Let's see what they say about this Lion-O here in the different colors. Power ring required a battery. Oh, according to them, there are technically 3 different ones. There's 3 variations of the figure. Let's see. Can I bring this up? Can we bring this? Yeah, here we go. Yeah. So according to them, there's red hair with red accessories, orange hair and orange accessories, and there's maroon hair and maroon accessories. Well, that's crazy. The maroon and red very well could be a fading issue. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I doubt it. That looks pretty dark.
Yeah.
And the other one looks legit, but it doesn't tell you the origin, where they're from.
It says there were differences in the LJN Lion-O released by other companies. The Child Bro version of Lion-O had a greenish tint to it and is commonly known as the olive green Lion-O. Playful and Glasslight Lion-Os did not have light-up eyes, but Deluxe Glasslight Lion-O did have light-up eyes until the Deluxe one. And the torso was joined together by screws, so you could take it apart and fix the light bulb. Glasslight knew what they were doing. They knew those light bulbs would blow.
What, these eyes light up?
Yeah, if you got the ring.
Now, do you, if you don't have the light up feature, can you tell that the eyes light up? Because mine don't look like they would light up. It looks just like a solid.
No, they don't. The glass, the clear plastic is painted, so you can't really tell until you have a light. Yeah, it's crazy.
If I put a light to it, would it light up?
I doubt it. I don't know. Stick a light behind his head and see. I don't know.
Well, I mean, so how does the thing work in the back? I've never.
Demonstrate that once again there, Super John, for our friend. Although Super John.
So you got to have this. It literally is a ring to go on your little kid finger. Like, see?
Okay.
Although it doesn't even fit on my pinky as an adult. And then you put a battery in it, like a AAA battery. And then this little metal contact would touch the metal on his back.
Okay.
And there's actually a light bulb in his chest. There's a light bulb in here. So when you touch this, the battery turns the light on. There's nowhere for the light to go except out of the head, out of the eyes. And
so you got to be able to use something other than that ring to do it, just to get the.
well, I'm sure you could like connect a wire to both ends of a battery and then have the wire come out to a pokey thing, and then poke it in there. You know what I mean?
Terms being thrown about here just giving me a headache, man.
You know, that looks like something you would plug into your car light.
Yeah, like a lighter. Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, but you just plug it in his back.
Gets electrocuted playing with his toys.
Did either of you guys ever take the 9-volt battery and touch your tongue to it?
Oh, I just did.
Of course,
That's
yeah.
I do it just for fun. So look I have Panthro.
Oh, there's the original. Yeah.
And
you use a cigarette lighter adapter.
That's a way longer chain than the original had, though.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
That up to the AC, man.
Yeah,
but I do have the ends at least. But what did the chain look like? Do you know?
Let's go to
Who was your favorite Thundercat? Bill, go.
Lion-O, because I didn't watch them, so I like Lion-O and I like the theme song.
John.
Lion-O and Panthro, those were the two cool ones.
Yeah, Panthro was always my favorite, just because he had nunchucks. I was always into, and you've seen me on some of the live streams use the nunchucks and stuff like that. But yeah, I've always been into karate and nunchucks.
So it looks like a black, squared off kind of chain made of plastic. See it there?
Yeah. So it's actually similar to the one that I have, except for mine is gold.
Oh, look, there's two different ones. So this C-clamp is up. The entrance is up near the. Look at the one on the right. It's up near the handle, and the one on the left, the C-clamp is on the bottom, south, like straight to the very, very bottom. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's two different.
Move this up where I can see it.
Where the chain connects, where the chain
to the screen,
where the chain connects to the handles. There's two different connectors.
I see what you're saying. Okay,
that's interesting.
Yeah, I think the one with them up near the handle probably would work better.
Yeah, it wouldn't fall off as much, technically. Yeah, we I know as kids we really liked Snarf also. We liked Snarf so much, in fact, that we named one of our cats Snarf. We had a black and white, or a gray and white cat that we named Snarf. That was very shaggy. It was a very furry, shaggy cat, and we named that cat Snarf when we were kids. So yeah, we looked at Lion-O here. We went to Panthro.
My local place has actually had Snuff a couple of times. Next time I see it, I gotta get him.
Tigra.
I think that's the only main character I need is Snarf.
Oh, so Tigra came with. Look at that. So Tigra came with Wily Kit.
No,
really. Wily Cat. See, so it looks like they must have come together then. And yeah, I was aware there's two different heads for him.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's almost two different total bodies. Look at the bodies different even. Yeah.
So it looks like I have the one on the
left, right? Yeah.
Yeah. The body is definitely different. I think it's more.
Thank you for posting these links there, Rolando. I'm going and subbing all these people right now.
I think The one on the left looks more like the original.
What do you mean more like? They're both the original. What do you
I
mean?
mean like the original cartoon character, like he was.
Okay.
Slender. And the one on the right looks like Teen Wolf.
He does kind of look like a Teen Wolf thing. Yeah.
Did they ever make Teen Wolf figures?
I don't know. Do you have the
Besides
blue
the
stripe on
I
your
would have thought
feet
they
or
would
not?
make some of the cartoon show. I don't know.
Because I'm gonna go search for a Teen Wolf.
Oh, he can come without Wile E. Cat and with Wile E. Cat.
So which version came with Wile E. Cat? The heftier version?
No, because this is the original version with him, and this is the hefty version with him. So they both came with him, and they both probably came separate without him too.
And so probably Chitara, the same thing, came with the little other. I can't remember the other. What was the other one?
Oh, this one's got white string instead of blue for his whip. Look at that. Oh, and this one has one blue and one red string.
The rabbit hole begins.
This one has a totally different. Oh, the whip is in a cardboard tube, huh? Yeah, there's like a million different little variations of these guys. Huh. Safari Joe was a figure. I've never seen that figure in my life. Hold on a second here. So I'm aware of like Mumra, Slithe, Monkey and Jackalman, Chitara, Astral Moat Monster. What's that?
Astral Moat Monster?
Oh, give me a break.
way.
Look at this thing.
Is that a legit thing?
No way. I've never seen this. Evil Guardian of the Mystic Prison.
Is that just like never?
Ah!
No, I've
Look at
seen
that.
thing.
Modi the Moat Monster. Modi Moat Moat.
Dude, my local place that I just went to had that years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they know what it
remember.
was? The people probably would never know what it is.
I knew
If
that when we, because now that I see it, he had it, and he realized after the fact that it was worth a little bit of money.
Because if you just saw that
on the Toy Hunter guy, I think
if you saw that just come across the table, or you found it in a pile of random toys, you would never know that's a Thundercats toy. Like
No.
you would never know. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like it's in the same toy line, does it?
Yeah, it's crazy. So Vultureman, Rotaro, Groon the Destroyer. Oh yeah, I remember Groon. Yep.
Yeah, I remember him. I don't collect.
Tuska, your guy is the Tuska warrior. Here he is. Yeah.
Also known as Ponda Baba.
Tuska. Do you have the gun? Do you have his gun?
No. I almost didn't get him. I almost was like, I don't want this guy, but then it was like, he's just a few bucks. I'll pick him up. Because I only have limited space per line, so I
The
have a little
Burbles.
section.
Yeah.
I can't get any more characters because I don't have the space, but I definitely have the green lizard from what was this? What's their name again? The green lizard?
Oh, Slides.
That's the-
Slide.
Yeah, so I have that.
Oh, that's the
That
figure.
was
That's the
like
figure they named after me.
Burble Bill. Yeah. Bear Bears.
I
know Bits and Buttons had these guys, and I actually should go down there. So my uncle gave me some money last night at our Christmas dinner for my birthday, and my aunt did too. My aunt was very clever. Do you guys actually want to see what my aunt did? This is very clever what she did.
Yes.
We'll look at some of these other things real quick here first, and then I'll go get what my aunt did for me. It was funny being at the restaurant doing this, and but look, like Thundercats was also the thing that when they were sitting in the marketing meeting or the meeting to decide what to name these things? What do you think they were on? Because they named something the Nose Diver. Okay. And it's this vehicle here. Just it's like a big drill with like pontoons on it. And then they also had the Fist Pounder.
Jeez.
You know, like I think one of the guys who was in there just hadn't got any in a while, so he was just like, I want to name it the Fist Pounder, and what's this? Oh, that's gonna be the Nose Diver. And you're like,
was it
Jim.
only one person that they got to pick the name and make it like go? I mean, was there not a board meeting when somebody just said, no, I don't think Fist Pounder would be a good name?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. But today, like, you wouldn't get these on the market, I don't think.
Right? I guess. I mean, it does. The fist is the play feature, and the nose is the pit, so I get it, but
yeah, here's the big play set.
Want to name that? Let's name it the Nose Pounder.
So Dandy 1981's here, and Matt Zero Hunter Toys.
Hey Matt, hey Dandy, how you doing? This was the most awesome play set in the world, but I guess they don't have any pictures of the play set out of the box
that
here.
I want that.
Yeah,
right there.
I saw one at Tate's Comic Shop. It was like $800 out of the packaging, and that thing looked awesome. The statues look cool, and there's a turnaround in the skull. You can put you put the mummy Mumra in, flip it around, and out comes mummy in a guy, Mumra guy.
Yeah.
You know, and it did come with it. You're right. It comes with Mumra. So he was a mail away and came with the playset. You guys were right. Yeah.
Did you dare question me?
Yeah, right. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, there's some pretty cool figures here, but Captain Shiner? What the hell? Like, what are these names? You can't name.
He must have a black. Yeah, he has a blue eye, like a black and blue eye.
Yeah. I've never seen that in my life. I've never seen this one. I didn't know that was a figure. And
the person must have been like 16 years old that worked at.
I've never seen this one either.
Coming up with these names. He was probably
Mongor?
giggling every time he came up with a name.
Yeah, I've never seen this one. Mongor? Never seen this one.
Man, that looks like what's the Bad Santa?
Oh, geez, here's another one. Driller. The Driller. Yeah, he was. Okay, I get it. That's why he's the Driller. But
yeah, the person was definitely 16 years old that worked at was this Mattel?
Yeah. No, LJN. Yeah.
Oh, LJN, definitely. He was giggling every time he came up with a name.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Look what JT says. What are we going to call this vehicle? I don't think I'm convinced my wife is having an affair is a good name, Terry.
Yeah.
The Spit Runner? Oh, I thought it's Stilt Runner. I thought it said Spit Runner. I was like, what the hell? Stilt Runner. All right. And then we have the Luna Lasher.
Luna Lasher.
That wasn't that a Friday After Dark actress?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Next up, we have Luna Lasher with her dance of
coming up on HBO.
Oh my gosh, Tongueosaurus! Like, hey baby.
Wow, I've never seen that thing either.
Sit back and wait for
Did that
Tongueosaurus.
Did that make production?
Sit back and wait for Tongueosaurus, because here I come.
Have you ever seen that?
No, I've never seen this thing. This looks crazy.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
I like how you follow the tongue with your mouth. You like caress that tongue with that. with the arrow. It was borderline creepy, John.
So unproduced figures. Oh, the Feliner was going to come out. That was a cool one. That should have been made. It never got made, huh? That was. I remember
Starbird.
the plane was. The plane was really cool in the show. The Thunder Strike. What's that one?
What did you think of the remake of the cartoon?
In the 2000s, I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
It was really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
How come why did it end? Do you know?
People at the time didn't like it. They didn't. Yeah, they just didn't like it. Interesting. All right, so let me go get I'll go show you what my aunt did, and then we'll get what's that?
I do have a Super 7 mummer if anybody wants to see it while you're
Yeah, bring him up big so we can see that.
Yeah.
I have the accessories and alternate heads and stuff like that in another bin, but for now this is all you're gonna get. Now this is the mummer mummy. I don't have the almighty mummer.
He looks a little more articulated than that little statue that you showed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's
definitely has
articulate.
more articulation, yeah.
Look at that. Look at that staff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, I'm pulling my
All
screen
the,
up bigger, pulling my
wrappings
glasses up so I can see it better.
Let me see if I can take his. I think I can take his robe off. Maybe I wonder if his head is part of the robe. It's been a while, so I think I might have to take his head off in order to show the robe. But robe off.
It's nice.
Neat.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I'll work on that. Would you? Let's see what you got, John.
So my aunt did this last night for my birthday. It's got a little ribbon on it, birthday boy. AARP halfway to 100.
Oh man. And it's true, man. You are gonna get all those things in the mail.
Happy 50th.
You have to be at least 54 to join the AARP.
I don't know.
No, I'm
senior discount.
I'm not 54.
And then she has a little thing up here that says pull.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm sitting in the restaurant. They give me this gift, and it says pull, and I start pulling.
Oh,
no way. That's pretty cool.
And it's 50 $1 bills in a chain. So it's
where'd
just,
you get that idea from? One wonders.
John,
it just goes on.
You have to go to the store, dress up as a clown, and put all those in your sleeve and hand $1 and have them just pull all the money out of it. That is so cool. How did you tape all
I ended up with this mess, like all over the table. You know what I mean?
Is that legit money or no?
Yeah, it is legit money. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So this was all over the table, just like in a big pile, you know, like,
That is so
and it was like, it just went on. It just seemingly went on forever. I imagine it's $50, right? Probably, you know, $51 bills. But I'm gonna have to untape like every single one, and hopefully not rip them. You know what?
Yeah. That's pretty creative.
Yeah, I don't think they would take it if you went to the store and went, "Hold on."
You're right.
Here you go. They'd probably look at me like I'm crazy, right?
That's brilliant, says TJ.
Yeah.
So I took Mummer's robe off if you want to.
It's so
So loaded we can wipe with the money.
Super awesome, Auntie.
Let me take his staff out so you can see him better. But that's pretty cool. I mean, just like as like put him with Universal Monsters and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Make like a cartoon line.
It's John's aunt. That's true. No. Uh, but let's take a look. Let's look at some. Let's move over and look at. Do you have any Silverhawks, team?
No.
Now
Thanks for rubbing it in though. That I don't have Silverhawks.
No, Silverhawks is something I've only got the 2 figures for. So I've got the main bad guy here, which was called Monstar, and everybody came with a bird or a bat. Like in this case, he's got a bat. So you take this bat off, and he's got like a little hand gimmick thing. Like I don't know how this fully works, but I think maybe you do that, yeah, and then. If I push it, it'll pull it. I don't know. Somehow it'll snap shut. There. Okay, I guess you gotta do that. Guess you gotta like move the head. So if he flies towards something, that probably makes sense. So if he flies towards Slide, even though they weren't in the same cartoon, he can grab him. I got you. You know. So yeah. That's what's going on. Yeah. And then this guy had a contraption here. Like, how did it work? Oh, yeah, that's how it worked. Okay. So I think we do it like this. So he was normally this guy before he turned into Monstar. And he would, like, raise his fist in the air and be like, I'm going to have the power and turn into Monstar. And then you like push the button on his back, and
is that what he would say?
No, I don't know what he would say. I'm just making shit up.
I was gonna say that's.
He would squeeze his legs, maybe. I don't know, something. There you go. You need a little bit of help. You need a little bit of help. But yeah, so he could flick to this Monstar guy. That was his gimmick, and then There we go. Yeah. And then we have all the Silverhawks. The good guys were covered in chrome. And the chrome wears away really quickly on these figures. And they turn like white. What?
It's not vac metallized.
I think it is, but...
Yeah,
it wear out kind of like the cyborg figure from the Superpowers.
Yeah, it would just totally wear off, and you'd have a white plastic underneath, a white or clear plastic underneath it, and it
that looks pretty good.
It looks terrible when it wipes away. So it took me a long time to find one that's in okay shape that wasn't like $500. And that's the reason I don't have more of the Silverhawks, is because you can find them all day long. Because there was one with like blue chrome, there was one with green chrome, there's one with kind of a dark blue metallic chrome. I think there's like a goldish chrome, a pinkish chrome. You know what I mean? So they all were these vac metal chrome kind of figures. But the chrome wears away so fast and so often that you can find one that looks like ass for like $5 or $10. But if you want one in good shape, where this is nearly good shape, but really not that good, because his nose is rubbed and there's other little flaws, you're going to be spending, I'm not kidding, sometimes up to $500 just for a loose figure.
God.
That is like, I've seen absolutely mint versions of loose figures that look just straight out of the box for $400 or $500 at toy stores and stuff locally. And as soon as you get some rub on it, like paint, like this one has nose rub, it goes down to like $50. You know what I mean? Like, it's that much of a difference between a mint one and one that's slightly damaged. So I went for one.
I agree with Dandy 1981. Dandy 1981 says that's insane.
Yeah, but it's just because they're so rare that they're left in good shape, you know. And he has a similar feature, I think, with his hawk here, where when the nose touches something, the wings can shut.
Must be hard to find the accessories for these guys.
The hawks are pretty easy to find. They're not that
Really?
difficult. Yeah. I think they look pretty cool. The hawks, they're pretty neat. One guy comes with a guitar, but they also all have this back wing thing, and the wings are also difficult. Like, I actually had to buy this in 2 stages. I found the figure first, and then the wings. The wings took me another couple years to find in decent shape. They have little clips that go on the hands.
So wait a second, John. Back up for a second. They came with guitars?
One guy comes with a guitar, yeah.
What is it, like Josie and the Pussycats or something?
He was an outer space musician, like hillbilly band guy.
Oh, but so it was just one character that played an instrument? Not the whole
Yep, just one guy. Yep.
Okay. See, I never watched the cartoon, so I'm kind of new to it. I know the Silverhawks, but I never watched it.
So the other thing is the articulation is very limited on these figures. They were just gimmicks. So there's no knee bending, there's no elbow bending. The arms can go down at his side like that. But when you want him to fly, you push the legs together and he goes into flight mode and takes off. And that is pretty much all you're doing with these figures.
Hang on, Super John. You got a question from GeForce Racing 20. So Silverhawks will not be making an appearance on affordable toy lines to collect?
Probably not. Yeah. We could do a expensive toy lines that you might want to stay away from at this point because you've already lost your chance to buy them at a reasonable
That would
amount.
be a pretty good series, though. That would definitely be a good series. Because I would never have guessed that Silverhawks would have went for so much. What year did this line come out?
I think it overlapped. It was the same time as Thundercats because they were technically in the same universe.
Did you miss that part this morning, Dino?
What's that?
He did. He came on later. Yeah, he did miss that whole discussion.
Yeah. Tell him again. All these lines that Super John's talking about, they're all crossed over into the same universe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bluegrass was the guy's name. Yeah. Green, bluegrass of a home. So the Tiger Sharks, the Silverhawks, and the Thundercats were all in the same universe. And I was trying to find a website that showed us the characters the same way that other website did. There should be one. There's got to be one. There's a whole mess of YouTube videos.
Blue Sasquatch is here. Hey, Blue.
What's up, Blue? Oh, I'm on YouTube videos. I got to click all. What the hell? No wonder.
Blue
I was like, all I'm seeing.
Blue wants to know if you're going to have a Saturday morning Army Ants episode.
I don't own any Army Ants. I would love to, but do you have Army Ants you can come on and show off? Because we can do that if you have them. I like to at least show a few of the figures.
I do have 2 of them, but that's it. Was Army Ants just a toy line, or was there an actual thing? Was there a cartoon? Was there anything with Army Ants?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Oh, he doesn't know so much that he left. John, why don't you come back and join us? There he is. Welcome back, John.
I kicked myself out by hitting the wrong button.
That wasn't me. I didn't boot him.
I hit the wrong button. I'm trying to look for the toys. I found a website about the characters themselves.
Yeah, I haven't been getting notifications too much either. So right here is Jim Lago says that's weird. I didn't get a notification for the show.
Well, I got a question, Largo. Did you get that video uploaded finally?
I uploaded a video this morning. Well, I was up till like 3:30 in the morning, making and editing a video, and I was having fun doing it. So next thing I know, I look at the clock. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh man, I better get to bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so about like I think 10 minutes of 7, I posted it for live because I like to just I put it under unlisted just in case I get any copyright claims and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Re-edit it, but it was all legit because I kind of push the envelope when it comes to that. Like when I'm doing commercials in it or music, I'll go right down to the last like 9 seconds that you're allowed. Oh no,
Dino, did you see I got blocked last night in my live stream?
No.
Yeah, I got a video up about it. Yeah. So while we were live streaming, I posted a little clip of some theater trailers, like Grindhouse theater trailers, and one of them was Shogun Assassin. Toho dinged me hard. The whole video was blocked worldwide, and I had to go in and edit it. And I cut a video this morning all about it because there's a lot of YouTube channels out there that show that whole thing that I showed, and they're not blocked.
Wow.
So yeah, there's the Silverhawks figures. We'll look at these. So Bluegrass came with. Now this is technically a bird that turns into a guitar, called Side.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
What was his name? Sideman. The bird is named Sideman, and he's Bluegrass. So like even their example has nose rub. It's funny. They can't even find a mint one. Now I do see this guy a lot, but he is worn to hell. He's even worn off on his chest here. There's already worn off bits. So this isn't even super mint.
You know what he reminds me of, Super John? He reminds me of those space hippies that were on Star Trek. Do you remember that episode?
Yeah, the episode of Space Hippies. Yeah. I do remember that. Then we had the Copper Kid with Mayday. So this is a shorter one. He's like the little kid size, and Mayday was his bird. And yeah, again, the copper is always worn off of this guy. And they really do look bad once they start wearing away. Like if we go on eBay, we'll probably be able to look some of these up and see how terrible they look. And here's the green one. With his bird. What was he called? Flashback and Backlash. Flashback with the bird Backlash.
Now, was that other arm painted correctly, and it's just worn off, or what?
No. These are. He had green legs and green arms. It's only chrome on the body and the head. Yeah.
Well, why has his one arm got some flesh paint on it?
Because he was.
All do that, right?
He was half human or something. I don't know.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, he wasn't fully like turned into a bird or whatever the hell it is.
Don't they all have like a part of one arm that has flesh?
Yeah, Bluegrass does. The Condor Doctor guy, he's still the most human. See, he's almost all human except for his robotic arm and parts of his head. So.
And he comes with the accessory called the tea bag.
Yeah, it's called Jetstream, but sure, yeah, it's like a, yeah.
I thought it was a tea bag. Sorry, must have been a different toy line.
And then we have Hot Wing with gyro. Yeah, so he's got like a leg part that's still human and an arm part. Yeah, I think these guys were like cybernetic human, like Borg. They were like the Borg, you know. Then we have Moonstriker with tailspin, with another tail to spin. He looked like He-Man.
There's got to be a figure that's affordable, like the cheapest one that's more common.
Yeah, we'll take it's this guy probably. I see Buzzsaw with Shredder all the time.
I've never
but
seen
I don't see Shredder, but I see Buzzsaw a lot.
Wow.
And
is that a bad guy?
Yeah.
Gentlemen, I'm fixing to take off. I got to go take a nap. I'll see you guys.
Yeah.
Bye, Bill.
Take
Thanks
care,
for
Bill.
popping on, saying hello.
Yeah, man.
And then here's Monstar with Sky Shadow.
And is that the leader of the bad guys?
Yeah, he's the leader of the bad guys. Yep, Monstar. And then we have the other Mumbo Jumbo's a bad guy with Air Shock.
Oh, that one's cool. I never see any of these.
No, really?
Yeah.
And then this is Quicksilver with Tally Hawk. That's the one that I have.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in better shape. His nose isn't rubbed off. Tally Hawk. And then what do we got? We got Steel Will with Stronghold. He's cool looking. And Steelheart. I think these were twins. She was the girl and he was the guy. And Steelheart and Steel Wind or whatever his name was, right? Steel Will and Steel Heart, yeah. And then Stargazer with Sly Bird was also another good guy that was more human than Cyborg. And I think his hand spun around or did something. It was, yeah.
I like this because I get to, I can see these figures now. So when I go on a toy hunt, you know, I'll know, because I would probably pass by some of these figures like they're
yeah.
nothing.
And then the weirdest one is Molecular
Macro.
with his bird. I think, is this a bad guy? Yeah, this is an evil guy. Molecular with Vulture. And it looks like his body and head flip around, right? Doesn't that flip?
Yeah, it
doesn't
does,
that look
right?
like it would
Is
flip
he like
around?
Adam? Like an atom guy?
Yeah, he's like an atom. Yeah, he's a molecule guy or something. Yeah. I've never seen that guy.
No.
But let's see what
these figures have been produced?
Yeah.
Because I know sometimes they show like figures that have never been made, but
let's see what we can find on eBay here.
Yeah, go for cheapest. Oh, there's that that green guy down at the bottom now.
Yeah. He's probably pretty cheap. $10. See that? Look at
Wow.
that. Yeah.
Well,
so here's
thanks
a decent
again, John. Thanks again. My wife thanks you very much for
here's a
checking
decent
on eBay.
bluegrass. Oh, look, here's some guys that even have their wings. And right now it's at 118. That's not
days?
bad. We still got 9 hours to go. So it'd be interesting to see what happens in the last second of that, you know.
Click on watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And let us know on Twitter. So follow Super John on Twitter, and he will let everybody know what the highest.
See how it wears off? See how it wears off? Can you see that? Yeah.
Not really. It's pretty small.
Oh, it didn't switch. Sorry. Yeah, eBay doesn't switch when I click the picture. Sorry.
But you can get a look at that one on the. Is that the one you showed earlier? The one on the far right in the middle, right there.
The green one?
No, the one right next to it. That whole map. Did you already show? No, the one. Keep going to the other. Yeah, right there. Did you show that one?
Well, if I zoomed in on it, you'd see they're all broken.
You didn't talk about this listing, and that's what.
No, but
102?
But what I'm saying is, if you look at it, they're all broken.
Oh, they are.
His arm is broke off. These are all discolored versions of Quicksilver. This has the chest piece broken off. Every one of these is broken, and it's still going for $102 for a bunch of broken figures.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm not saying you can't find them for cheap, but you're going to have to deal with broken ones or discolored ones. Like this one, all the chrome is off. There's no chrome on this figure at all. The bluegrass guy his chrome is worn off, you know. The Monstar looks broken. His chest is broke. There's no horns on this guy, and it's $150 for that pile of broken figures.
Horns? Did somebody rip those horns off?
Yeah. Here's a decent bluegrass. He's got his hat, his guitar. The chrome looks intact, $61. So that's not that bad.
So those are auctions. Those aren't buy it now.
Yeah, they're 20 bids. 1 day, 5 hours left.
Can you click on a buy it now? See if there's any buy it nows, and we can somewhat maybe get an average price.
Yeah, well, we can just go to sold items too. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got to go here. No. It's over here, isn't it? On online, on my phone, it's on that list, but on this, it's over here.
Yeah. You just
Sold items. There we go. So packaged one went for $275. Broken Monstar went for $18. His arms are gone. He doesn't even have arms.
Jeez.
$60.
Well, they got the other two guys. I guess it kind of.
Yeah. $12 for the Stargazer by himself, and he doesn't look in that bad of shape. Those guys are broken for $30. Oh, here's one Windhammer with the tuning fork. An offer was accepted.
Well, that's
for
cool.
a packaged
What were they asking? $275? Is that
three? It says $375.
$375
for that one in the box. Yeah, but they took an offer. So what are they? They might have done $300. See, here's one. This one looks pretty much mint with the thing, and it was $214, but they accepted an offer. So it could have been $150 or $200. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what I mean. The disparity between a regular common figure and a minty mint one. Like this guy went for over $100. They can be quite they're more expensive than what I want to pay for figures. You know, if you want it in mint shape, you know.
What about the one on the left? Looks how much is that? Is that $68?
$69.99. Yeah, he went for $70. Quicksilver is probably the easiest one of the Chrome guys to get. That's why I have him.
But that's probably the one you'd want, right?
Yeah, the leader. Character. Yeah, the leader. Yeah. And the leader of the bad guys. Yeah, there's the molecule guy.
Yeah.
$160, but they accepted an offer.
He's cool, man. I
three bad guys with the ship went for $475.
Wow.
The main bad guy, $18. That's why I have the main bad guy too, was because he was pretty cheap.
Loose hat for $25.
This one's interesting. $44. Like I probably would have paid $40 for him. That's reasonable.
When was that? Does it say the date?
January 22nd. So just a little bit ago. What the hell is this one? I've never seen that one. $400? Jesus. It's sold for $400. What is that one? 1988 Quicksilver with ultrasonic suit. Rare. Good shape. So that must have been a later series that they didn't have pictures of on that website.
Gary's here. Gary's Grail. Hey, Gary. Who's that guy in the bottom left?
This little ogre guy? Yeah.
Is that Silverhawks?
Yeah. So that website didn't have pictures of all of them. They were missing some.
Is Ed too? Ed, I'll bring you in.
Oh, good Lord. This one went for $1,450. Jesus. Why is this one $1,000? Isn't that the same one we saw earlier for like $200?
Is it a different color?
I don't think so.
He doesn't look the same color, does he? Unless he's under a black light. Ed, do you have any Silverhawks?
Never, but I love the cartoon. Never had it as a kid. I had friends that I played with theirs, but yeah, I didn't have any myself.
Look at this Silverhawk. It's called Snow Job from G.I. Joe.
Yeah. Does it say Silverhawk with it, or is it just
No, nothing in the listing says anything to do with Silverhawk, but yet they threw him in there. You know what I mean? It makes no sense. So someone bought almost a complete collection here.
Wow.
And it was $955 with 14 bids. So 900, almost $1,000 will get you a pretty good set of almost every figure that was out.
That's mental.
So, I guess that's not, in the grand scheme of things, it's not as bad as I thought. I thought it would be a lot more expensive to get a lot of these, but I guess it's not as bad as I thought. Because I was going by, there's a store near me, Bits and Buttons, and they have a lot of these, and they have the burbles and some other stuff. So they were selling them for $400 or $500 each. So it's like if you go online, you can clearly find some better deals than a local store. It looks like. So how you doing over there?
Yeah, I've had a pretty rough week, but it is what it is.
In a good way or a bad way?
Oh, well, I don't know if you saw the reels I posted on Instagram, but basically, yeah, yesterday I had someone fleece €125 from my account.
Jeez.
What?
And then so I had a phone call, like a mobile phone call, about 3:35 in the afternoon, and then like I answered it. I said hello, and it hung up straight away. And I'm usually wary with numbers that I know. Anyway, about 10 minutes later, I got a ping from my bank saying that this money had come out to some place in Glasgow, and lost €125, which equates to about $280 Australian.
Wow.
And so I got to try and sort that out tomorrow. And then later in the evening, when I was working, I hit a massive kangaroo and stuffed up the front of my car.
Wow.
So
wow.
Wasn't a good day.
So
the excess on that's $800. So yeah, yesterday I actually lost over $1,000.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I mean, it's amazing because we hear all the time that people hit like a deer in the morning. They hear somebody hit a kangaroo.
Yeah.
If
you haven't seen the reel, like if you go to Aussie Blue Snaggletooth on Instagram, and there's a couple of reels that I've put on there from yesterday. So because I had to put
probably just as common as us, like hitting a deer.
This is the thing though. See, kangaroos and emus, they can't go backwards; they can only go forward, right? So if the thing's trying to get out of your way, it's actually got to stop and basically turn around to go back in the other direction. And by that stage, I've already collected it type thing. So, and it was a wet road. I sort of saw it and slowed down, but it was too late, and I hit him about 70 k's an hour, which is probably about whatever that is in miles. It's pretty quick, It's about 35 mile.
Yeah.
It's 70 kilometers. You know what I mean? So, and those things are just full of muscle, especially the tail and the back legs. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, it'll crush the whole front end. Yeah.
Luckily, I got him where the sort of the left-hand light headlight is. So he didn't hit the radiator, so it's still drivable. But there's about $5,000 worth of damage because it's a modern car. They just decided to crumple and break off.
Yeah.
Parts,
good thing you're okay. That could have hit it out pretty bad.
Yeah. Thankfully, like I said, these things happen in threes, and the other thing that happened not this week, but in the last couple of weeks is, we're getting evicted. We've got to pack and move again. So I'm in the process of doing that. So there's no toy room at the moment. I'm supposed to be doing a live stream tomorrow with the Keep On Collecting boys, and I'm going to have to rig up a backdrop and show some stuff because, it's just everything's in chaos at the moment, man. So it is what it is. So even if the Lego studs and that were on, I couldn't do anything at the moment. So, and not only that, but the other fourth thing that happened this week, my Superman statue and my Wonder Woman statue.
Oh, don't even tell me they fell.
They're fallen. I got some damage to them. Yeah.
Oh no.
So, yeah. So it's been a great week. So cheers to that.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Jeez. Wow. Yeah. Mr. B says kangaroos and deer have the same face. I guess, right?
Yeah, well, they're pretty similar. Like they've got a long sort of nose type thing, and they're pretty good looking critters. Yeah. So anyway,
That's
such is
horrible.
life,
Sorry,
Things will get better. That's why I've been binging your videos, Dino, because I've had nothing better to do. You know.
Oh, gee, thanks.
I meant that. No, what I meant is I'm catching up on stuff that I've missed for so long. So whilst I'm packing, I'm just watching and listening to the videos. You know what I mean? So
basically, Ed, you're saying I have to rely on people to go through a lot of tragedy in order for them to watch my videos.
This is the thing. This is the thing with us now. We're subscribed to so many people. You know what I mean?
I know.
And like you got to play catch up like across the board. So you got to go do one, and then you got to come and do someone else, and you know what I mean? Like because we're subscribed to so many different channels, and things get dropping all the time. You know what I mean? So it's hard to. And
my job is good because I can put a lot of videos on in the background while I have my headphones on, and I can listen to. That's why I say, like, when people do toy hunts, I love when they actually talk through it, because if they're just showing the toys, I don't know what they're showing because I can't see it. I'm only listening.
Yeah, that's it. And I was really impressed with those last couple of toy shops, like the mum and pop antique malls and stuff like that you went to. That they were freaking awesome.
Yeah,
I know, right? Yeah, my wallet doesn't think so though. I definitely.
He went back yesterday and checked out some of those G.I. Joe things for me.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I saw that one today, and I'm thinking the same thing. You know what I mean? Like there's some mint complete figures in that pile that you're looking through type thing with the cards and stuff as well. And but that Indiana Jones Jeep, $200, that would be awesome. But
hey, Ed, you gotta watch my video today then, because that truck might have made it to my house.
Oh, nice, my friend. Well, see, the other thing is I just had notification that the Ghostbusters Proton Pack, the HasLab, has arrived. You know what I mean? So that's $1,000 Australian they've got to come up with the rest of that, because I've put a deposit and paid some to it, but I haven't finished paying for that yet. So I need to get that bad boy so I can do a review on it, because there's not many people that would have that Proton Pack. You know what I mean? So
I wanted that so bad. I wanted that. I was gonna sell my Razor Crest if I got the Razor Crest back. You know, if I got the Razor Crest in time, I would have sold it to use that money to buy the Proton.
Yeah.
That thing is
see, the other thing I got, because we couldn't get the G.I. Joe stuff here in Australia, so I paid Scuba to get me one. So that's the other thing. I've got a Sky Striker in the States at the moment, but it won't get out here for a while.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No toys and fitness today, G-Force. We try to do it every other week, just so I don't know. That's just what we schedule. We're doing it. Try to do it every other week instead of every week.
So the Rattler was $200. I was trying for $130 or so. I won't pay $200. I might have gone to $135 if they were close, but they weren't going to come down that much. And
they had one for $30, John. You could have got that $30 one that was like gutted out.
But you can't get the landing gear. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
If you go to buy the landing gear alone for a Rattler, it's insane. It's especially if they're not broken.
Upside down, the wheels were missed. Somebody gutted that out, but if you needed a shell or just something to mess around with, $30 wasn't too bad of a price, I think.
Did I see a green moccasin there as well? That sort of hovercraft thing with it's almost like a boat, but it's got I think it's got a fan at the back of the top. Is that called the moccasin?
I don't know.
John would know better than that.
Yeah, was it the blue boat? The blue boat is the water moccasin.
No, it was a green one.
Well, yeah, greenish blue. Yeah. That's the water moccasin. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that would have made a good custom rattler.
I'm just not. I don't want to piece one together because it took forever to do. They're always so broken. You just can't. Yeah.
We'll keep
It's
checking
not.
back to see. The thing is if I pick it up for like even 130, then you ship it to your house. How much shipping and all that stuff? It adds up. So you have to put all that.
Yeah, that's
into,
it.
into
Yeah.
perspective.
The like I don't know. I just feel like it would cost you $1 million to try and. I'm looking for wheels right now, and there's no wheels for the. There's not even any wheels that are intact and for sale for the frickin' Night Raven. No, there's nothing for the Rattler. Striker.
What would you be willing
Skystriker.
to pay for Rattler?
130, 135 was my top, but because I'd have to get it shipped to my house and all that stuff too.
But we went on eBay and they had a Rattler for 130.
Yeah, there's actually one right here. Where was it? With the Pilot for 140, free with free shipping. It's free shipping even.
Yeah, and you could probably message that guy and say, "Hey, will you take 120?"
There doesn't look like any stress on the wings. Have to look at the.
Let's do a live eBay purchase right now, John.
Oh yeah, see, and this guy's there you go. The fucking wheels are broken.
Hey, there is no swearing on this channel. You will be booted. I do have to boot you, even though you are the host. I can boot you.
Yeah.
Birthday boy. Birthday boy.
See, the wheels are broken, so it's not. Yeah, but once again, like you can't get them with the wheels intact.
John's calm.
I'll check it.
You don't tick him off, man, with those prices, man. He'll start swearing up a storm.
I'll check around in a couple of Australian places and see what I can scrounge up.
How much? What is shipping from Australia to the States? Is it cheaper for you to ship to us than it does?
Depends on. It goes on the size. Goes on the size of the box. I haven't sent anything to the States for a while. But Andy sent me a box which I've got to open, which cost him like $90, I think. It cost me $90.
So if you want to do a trial, you can send something to me and we can figure it out, you know.
Yeah,
see, and
no worries.
There's another one here for 125, but there's stress marks on the wings, and the nose tip of the vehicle looks like it went through a lawnmower. You know what I mean? Like you just can't find a Rattler in good shape that doesn't have broken wings or broken wheels, and there isn't even any wheels for sale right now. There's no Rattler wheels that are intact on eBay at all. Like it's like that's how hard it is to find these damn wheels. You know.
So, Lack, I've got something for you, mate. So I'll send these to you. And we'll see how much it costs to send something to the States. So this is what I got for Lack.
Oh, here's one. I finally found a wheel
for kangaroo jerky.
$30 plus $5 shipping, so $35 for one wheel, and you need 3 of them. So
crocodile jerky.
You'll be paying $105 for 3 wheels. So if I bought that shell and got the 3 wheels, that would have been 105 plus 30 for the shell, 135 right there. And that's not even, and then I need the missiles and everything else, you know?
Yeah.
So you can't piece it out. It's not something you can piece out, you know?
Yeah. So this is what I'll do then. I'll send these I'll send these to Lack and we'll see how much it costs to send something to the States. Because this will be pretty small. Yeah. So you've got kangaroo jerky, emu jerky, and crocodile jerky.
John, just like the troop transport for Star Wars, I bought an incomplete one in the box, but for me to get the ramp and a few other items in it, it actually, I think, costed me a little bit more than if I was to buy a complete one.
Yeah.
So it's
Well-
much better to buy something that's already complete than most of
Yeah.
the time, at least.
But the reason I was going for 135 is because the last time I saw one was at Bits and Buttons, and he had it for 120. And at the time, I thought 120 was too expensive, so I didn't buy it. But I should have bought it because it was perfect. So, and that was only like less than a year ago,
That's
so-
All
like
this
a lot
stuff.
of that
Yeah.
happens to a
All
lot
this
of
stuff
us.
is skyrocketing.
Dude,
So
I
skyrocketing.
could have bought the Kraken for like $100, like maybe what 5 to 8 years ago.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Go, Chris.
But I'll eventually what'll happen is like one of these stores like Bits and Buttons or Tate's or someone nearby will eventually get one in locally, and I bet you I will spend less than 150 for it, But I will probably jump on the next one I see locally that is intact because it's it's also, that's the thing. I think you just got to buy it locally because when you factor in shipping, like if I had spent $200 on that and then trying to get it shipped would have been another 30. That makes it way out of range. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. So, John, I'm going to jump off topic for a minute. Do you know? Because you were part of the Lego Studs. Is Ghost taking that over for a little bit?
No, I don't. I have no idea. No, I have no idea.
Didn't you and him have a Lego build stream one day?
Yeah, we did. It was fun. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, John, tomorrow there's a place in, and speaking of the Kraken, there's one right there as well. So there's a place in Melbourne, and they're called Lobos, and I was just having a look at the website. I can't see anything, but they get stuff in all the time. So at the moment, I've been eyeballing a vintage complete Eternia with box for $3,000.
Huh.
Dude.
Anyway, I'll see if they've got a rattler.
Hey, with that thing.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather, I'll worry about the car and stuff before we go down that path. But
Yeah.
I know where it is and I know it's there. You know what I mean?
So
Anyway,
is that what you're going to do with the insurance money for the car? You're going to buy yourself an Eternia plate?
Yeah, buy
and then I'll
screw
just
fix
I'll
in
live
the
in
car.
that. I'll just live in the Eternia playset. Yeah.
Screw fixing the car. I want to live in Eternia. Yeah.
I could see Ed now, like he's like, how much for that Eternia playset? He's driving around these fields and stuff like that, trying to hit a kangaroo.
Yeah.
Oh, it just jumped in front of me. Wink, wink.
I could probably get at least 14, 15K for the car as it is, you know, even in damaged condition. So I'll just go and we'll just buy stuff, and then I'll fly to the States and just hand it to you directly.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
It'd be brilliant. But yeah, no, I'll find out if Lobos has got a complete rattler because they have a bit of GIJ stuff there, but I'll have to rig them during the day. And if I can get one, it's your birthday and stuff. I'll work something out, man.
You don't have to, but they can.
Right. Ed, my birthday's coming up.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you
mine's
go.
in September, so just keep that in mind if you see any of those snorks and stuff again. All right.
Oh yeah.
What are you looking for? Silverhawks?
Snorks. He said snorks.
Snorks.
you're
Those
looking for
snorks that you saw.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, you like the
they were
snorks?
pretty cool. Oh, I love snorks back in the day. Yeah, and I couldn't
Do you have
believe when
any?
I saw that. No. And they were $8 each. So I was thinking, just buy them, man. $8 is nothing.
They still had
You know
them.
what I
I
mean?
went yesterday. They still had all. I went in the morning and I was showing John what they had. So I passed on the ones that they had. I went to another store across the street, and then I was in there for like over an hour. And then I'm like, I wonder if the vendor put more merchandise while I was gone, because sometimes they'll come early in the morning and they'll stock up, and you might miss them in between. So when I walked back in there, I saw a customer was was looking at those snorks and they had them in their hands, and I'm like, no, don't buy any, please. That's my next week's purchase.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Because I couldn't what they were $8 each, weren't they? So that's
Yeah.
That's probably $60 Australian.
Really? Yeah.
I did watch a couple of lots on eBay, and if like the more you get, so like if there was a lot that had 2 of them, it went for like $14 or $15. But when they have one, they generally sell for $10 to $12 for one. But then I saw one lot where it was like 7 or 8 of them in a pile, and it only went for like $30. So I was like, the more you get, the cheaper they become per item, So if you really want a giant pile of them, eBay is not that bad. The more you get, the cheaper they are per item,
Scuba's here.
Yeah, I saw
G'day,
Scuba.
AMW's here. Morning, AMW.
Yeah, the AM Dubs. So, guys, we're actually going to wrap up. I'm going to get going. I got to get some breakfast in me before we do Jeopardy and clean up a little bit around here and change this table around before we do Jeopardy.
Yeah.
But and you might want to take a nap, right, for an hour?
I actually feel pretty good, believe it or not. I know around 6, 7 o'clock I'll be starting to feel nauseous. What is that? A sign? A sign?
Yeah.
Ray Parks?
Yeah, Ray Parks signed. I found it when I was packing stuff. I forget sometimes what I've got myself.
Yeah, right. You do. You go through boxes like I've got a lot of that coming up. I gotta,
So
I got a lot of boxes to go through, and I'll barely be surprised at what's inside some of them.
This is gonna make you cry, but look at his leg.
Oh my gosh, jeez. Damn.
So I'm gonna have to try and get that. There was like really windy, and it was on something that wasn't stable enough, which I thought it was. But then see, he's Wonder Woman as well.
Oh no, the head. Oh damn.
So
of all things to break off.
I gotta try and work out how to get that fixed. Yeah,
you're gonna have to either Gorilla Glue, hot glue, something like that,
Well, I'm actually thinking, they're freaking sideshow statues.
Oh, wow.
The expensive shit, you know what I mean?
I thought
that's the base. No, man. No, these are sideshow. Anyway, because it's what I'm actually thinking I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get someone to put a dowel in there or something to hold that head, because I don't think glue's going to be strong enough to keep it in place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you might be able to drill. You're right. Drill a little hole into her, and then up into the head, and stick a dowel between the two, and then
that's what I'm thinking. And
then also you're gonna want to paint. You're gonna want to try to match the paint and paint around the seam, because you're gonna see a white line.
But the same is this is the key that goes into the base, right? So that foot that's limp at the moment, that holds all the weight of the statue, that key into the base.
That's why it broke.
So,
when it fell.
So glue's just not going to do it. It's going to have to be something more substantial.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Maybe the same thing will work. Drill into each side and stick a dowel through them. Yeah.
Yeah. But thankfully the cape's not busted. The cape's intact.
Oh, that would have been a nightmare to try and fix that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's hard. It's crushing, but it's still, I think, it's able to be fixed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but it still sucks.
Sorry, man. We don't. So on a scale from 1 to 10, so out of all the bad things that happened this past week, is that the worst? Those two?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yes. Yeah. I cried myself to sleep that night.
Yeah. Take some money out of my bank account. Let me wreck my car a little bit. Don't mess with my toys. Don't mess with my toys.
That's it, you know what I mean? But
Sorry, man.
it's It's a crying shame. It is what it is.
Sometimes laughter is our only medicine at the time.
Oh, 100%.
I'm not making jokes about it, but
No, I totally hear you. But yeah, it was interesting, Dino, when you looked at the you saw that the other day.
Oh yeah,
Dash Rendar ship.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, so just like I said, I'm in the final stages of sort of packing stuff up in here. So
Yeah.
it's
Wow.
it's a war zone. But yeah, see, it's a sideshow collectible. So they're not cheap.
Ed, are you on your phone?
Yeah.
I thought StreamYard was doing anytime you're on your phone, it was only vertical. How are you getting your horizontal?
No, you could just turn the phone.
Yeah, when I did a live stream, I turned it sideways, and it still showed vertical.
That's a phone. The other camera's the phone. It's right there.
Because I was doing a live stream with Lepkos when we were doing collection flexing, and it was normal at first, and then like a week or two later, it switched over to it would only show that.
Yeah,
position.
I don't know.
Unless it was my phone.
Unless you haven't got your phone on rotate.
It's possible.
You know, in the settings.
Yeah.
If I switch it anyway, it rotates. You know what I mean? So there's panoramic or.
So maybe it was user error.
Maybe.
It was my bad.
I would say so, but we'll see.
But I'm so technical.
Possibly.
How could it be my fault? I'm so
I know, right?
Technology. But let's go get some breakfast, John and Ed, and everybody. Let's go get some breakfast. John's buying.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. I got that. Let's go. We'll take all this to the.
Brilliant.
Awesome.
But yeah.
No, I'm gonna walk in and be like, I'll take that Robert Burble. Here you go.
I'm telling you, John, put it in your sleeve and have them take the ball up and have it just keep coming out.
They'll just be like, what the hell? Get out. Get out.
Get out.
Like, get out.
You've been banned from this toy store.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
but
so other thing, so coming up, G-Force turns 50 in 25 days, so we have to do another big thing for G-Force in February when he turns 50. Yes. Ed, you just got moving and packing and stuff to do. Well, you got nothing coming up on your channel then, or?
I am actually. So I've got to film a couple of things, which is in my room at the moment, just because so I've got some content to put up there.
Okay, you're still going to do a couple things.
I'm in limbo, but I am actually on a live stream tomorrow. Well, it'll actually be early morning for you guys, and probably 6 a.m. according to Shabby. So, and that's on his time zone because it'll be 9:30 our time.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. So I'm on with Keep On Collecting. So, be showing you a bit of stuff and doing a live stream tomorrow night. So that's your Sunday, our Monday night, so your Sunday night morning. No, your Monday morning, our Monday night type thing. So.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, apart from that, until I find a place or get things sorted, there's not much happening. But I'll pop in the streams and stuff, just talking if somebody lets me in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think later on, early next month as well, on the PGM's show, we're doing another top 5 movie guy with a few Aussie collectors. So
cool.
How come I can't get anybody to invite me to their live streams? I have to like bust through the door for John. Say John, let me in.
Yeah,
mate,
right?
If you want to come and do a flexing live stream with me, I'll be happy to do it. You know what I mean? Because I'm a night owl. We're just going to work out the time differences.
So, John, if anybody had any tragedy happen lately, they can watch my YouTube video that I just put up. If anybody had their bank account money taken out or anything like that,
thanks. I'm gonna go watch it after. I'm gonna watch it next.
So you can watch my videos if you have. Yeah, but I put out a video this morning at right before 7 o'clock. That's it has some really awesome vintage toys. So if you guys want to check it out before the Jeopardy challenge coming up at 1:00 Eastern time. So I would appreciate that.
Well, yeah. So 1:00 Eastern's about 5 a.m. for me. So I'll be pushing out the Z's by then. But
Yeah.
I'll definitely watch your video next.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And
yeah,
that freaking ET bike, how fucking heartbreaking is that? Did you take it back and get a refund?
I did. I took it back. I was hoping to get an exchange, but they did a refund. So I'll end up purchasing it later.
Because nobody has any more of them, so that you can't get you can't exchange.
They did. They actually had 4, but they don't do exchanges. They didn't. They just put it right back into an account, and it takes a few days for the money to get put back in and things like that. So.
Oh, you didn't tap it. Okay, so here's a trick, right? If ever you want money to go straight back onto your bank card, you actually insert the card and put your PIN number in. It'll come straight back onto your card.
I still think it doesn't do for me, because that's how we do it. We do it the PIN and everything like that. I think it still takes like 3 to 4 days for it to show up in my bank.
That sucks. Yeah, over here, as long as you don't tap it, like if you insert it into the machine and then punch in your PIN, it should come directly straight back onto the card.
I usually don't tap it. I usually insert it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a difference. Sorry.
That's what I say at the survey. You want me to tap, wiper, and insert it.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking, because I was waiting. As soon as they announced that, I was so excited for it. I was like, this is going to be an amazing display. And
the best pickup line ever. What do you prefer? Do you want me to tap it or insert it?
Jeez.
All right, I guess we'll end it at that, right, John?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was thinking of going. I'll let you guys talk if you want. I just have to go. We can leave the stream on if you want to keep talking.
Yeah, that's it. You've already knocked yourself off once tonight. We'll just keep running for you. That's brilliant.
All right. So, Dino, you just put up that video today. Anything else coming up today or tomorrow?
I'm still trying to. If I have time later on in energy, I do want to work on Toy Room Part 7. That was my plan last night, to do Toy Room Part 7, but I was like, I'll do a short video showing what I picked up. That short video turned into like an 8-hour video making and editing and doing all that stuff. But it's fun. I can't just, sometimes I get over zealous and I'm like adding more things than probably need to be done. But I enjoy the video. I think it came out pretty well.
I spend too much time now on the graphics for doing the $10 to $20 things, so it matches. You notice it had like the stars, like a fighting thing going on for the wrestling ones, and then the Star Trek ones disintegrated like they were being beamed up. Did you notice that?
But that's
I do.
I was actually listening to it, so I didn't get to watch it. I listened to you, so I'm gonna have to turn back and watch that. But yeah, that's what I enjoyed about just being creative with the videos and things like that.
Yeah. All right,
and
guys.
If you want a good laugh or you want a good cry, just go to my Instagram, Aussie Blue Snaggletooth, and check out the last 2 Instagram reels, and you'll see about what happened on Saturday.
Yeah.
Just
thanks
crazy.
a lot for tuning in, guys. Ed5, I hope you have. I hope your days go better from now on. I hope that's the last of your tragedies.
Yeah,
and Dino Geekstrong, we'll see you later today on Jeopardy as my co-host for Game 4 with White Shadow, Vader's Girl Cat, and Sir Eric Brown. It'd be a good game.
Yeah,
they're not gonna get any of these questions. I think I made this game's too hard. I
have a better chance at answering the questions.
I think I made. I was looking at.
The reason why John asked me to be a co-host, because he didn't want me to play the game. He's like, well, if you're
and give the answers.
Because last year I was so horrible that he's like, there's no way I'm not getting this guy back on. So I'm
That's fantastic.
But
happy birthday, John. All the best for tomorrow being your birthday, and much love to you, mate. No worries.
And thanks for the $5. I appreciate it, man.
Go buy a beer or something, man.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
me.
You got it. Got it. Bye, guys. We'll
Brilliant.
see you next week. All right,
Yeah.
we'll see you later today, and then next week with some more. We'll come up with something. If I can get to the He-Man stuff, I want to do a He-Man one, but it's buried right now. I can't get over to that
I
side
got
of the room.
He-Man in my video today. If
yeah.
you go watch it, there is some He-Man Masters of the Universe pickups, and I do show a pretty quick, little video on all my collection. So I'm gonna keep talking
Brilliant.
so John can't end this stream. So, you see
Yeah.
what I'm doing here?
We're just
He'll
gonna.
just
We're just
kick you
gonna.
off,
You can't shut my mic off. John, my mic's always on. I have the
Hi, this is Ashley Eckstein, voice of Ahsoka Tano, and thank you for listening to the Super Awesome Geek Show.
power.